Hey, what's going on, guys? Back again with another Naughty Dog video. These rumors, man, they just don't stop. They do not. We have a brand new rumor relating to what Naughty Dog could be doing at the studio. Now, obviously, we know the studio is fully focused on Intergalactic at the very moment. Their newest IP that is planned to assumingly release in 2026 or 2027, but who knows on that. But we can also predict that they're also working on other projects as well. It isn't the first time that Naughty Dog has done multiple projects at the same time, so I think it's pretty likely. Could it be Last Part 3? Could it be something else? Well, we recently got a recent rumor from a reliable scooper who's gotten stuff right in the past, from movies to video games, so of course take this with a grain of salt as usual. Let's jump right into it. A reliable scooper known as Daniel RPK managed to get a scoop on what Naughty Dog is working on. On his Patreon page, he shares a short update stating that Naughty Dog has a second project in development, and it's not The Last Part 3. The supposed project has been in the works for about 3 years now, and it's being led by Sean Askai. If you guys are unfamiliar with Sean Askai, he's a pretty well-known name. I'd say a Naughty Dog veteran. He was the creative director of Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, and recently the creative director for The Last Part 1 remake. So he's definitely gone back and forth doing projects, especially being a creative director, which is pretty big. Now, it seems like he's leading this new project at Naughty Dog, which we have no clue what that is. As far as we know, we don't know what he's doing right now. We don't know if he's even working on Intergalactic at all. Just by checking his bio, nothing states that he's been working on Intergalactic or anything else. But then again, he's not really active on social media anymore. Last post he made on Twitter was back in 2013, so the manager's not active. But then again, I would not be surprised if he's planning to be a creative director and lead on a new game, which, crazy enough, isn't Part 3, so what else could it be? The first thing you would probably guess is a new Uncharted game. I do think Naughty Dog will return to the Uncharted franchise, which isn't the first time. We obviously know Nathan Drake's story is over with, it's finished. We did have some rumors about a few years ago and a year ago of there being a possible Uncharted Drake's Fortune remake. I did make a video about this about actually 3 years ago, which is kind of insane, but it was a video talking about a new Uncharted game possibly in the works at Naughty Dog, with an employee mentioning about recruiting for the next Uncharted game. And this was about 3 years ago, so it's kind of a coincidence. As for the rumors of about a year ago, there was rumors that Naughty Dog was going to be teaming with the PlayStation studio team at PlayStation called Visual Arts. The Visual Arts team and Naughty Dog were planning on collaborating together to make a brand new game. We don't know what that game was supposed to be, but there's been rumors that it was supposed to be an Uncharted remake at the time, but that was initially cancelled because it was taking too much resources for that team and Naughty Dog. I still don't even know if the Visual Arts team is still even around or they've been laid off by Sony, but we do know that maybe something may be at the works at Naughty Dog. What could that be? Well, my best guess would be the next chapter in Uncharted. With its ending, we know the doors are open for Cassie Drake to be the new protagonist of the Uncharted series. It's easily the perfect setup for the next Uncharted game. For years, we've been wondering what would be next for the Uncharted franchise. Many people for years have been thinking that another studio would be making the next Uncharted series with Cassie Drake, and not Naughty Dog because they were working on The Last of Us at the time. But it might appear Naughty Dog might just be working on a new Uncharted game and not giving it to anyone else. Which, of course, I want that. I completely want that. Obviously, Naughty Dog are the owners of Uncharted. It's their baby. I would want no one else to touch that IP if it isn't Naughty Dog. So we may have a more clear map of what Naughty Dog is doing at the studio, now that we got this recent scoop. About a few weeks ago, Neil Druckmann stated that to don't bet on there being more Last of Us, that it could be it. Now, with what he said in that statement, maybe he's actually telling the truth. I say this now because I do think we will get a Last Part 3 at some point, but once Intergalactic is out, likely in 2027, Naughty Dog's next game could be a new Uncharted game, and maybe after Uncharted we'll get the Last Part 3. So it's possible that Neil Druckmann may not be lying about there not being any more Last of Us as of right now. They may just want to shift to their new IP, Intergalactic, and then go back to Uncharted with a new trilogy of games with Cassie Drake, which I'm down for. I honestly like that idea. It has definitely been a hot minute since we've seen the Uncharted franchise in the series and where it's going to go now. It's still a huge franchise for Naughty Dog and PlayStation, so this can definitely be a possibility, which I definitely would love to see. It's kind of cool to think that we'll have 3 female protagonists in the Naughty Dog lineup. We have Intergalactic's main protagonist, Jordan Munn, Cassie Drake in Uncharted, and Ellie in The Last of Us. 3 female protagonists in the Naughty Dog lineup of games. That's pretty sick. So really, if this is a real project that's happening at Naughty Dog, it could either be a continuation to the Uncharted franchise with Cassie Drake, or maybe even a sequel to Lost Legacy with Nadine and Chloe. I only say that because Sean Sky was the creative director of Uncharted Lost Legacy, and if he felt really passionate about those 2 characters and wants to see them again, and Naughty Dog is okay with that, then we could also see a sequel to Lost Legacy, which I'm totally fine with. I'm not gonna lie, I would prefer more of a sequel to Uncharted after Uncharted 4 with Cassie Drake as the main role, and maybe get a few moments with Nathan Drake alongside her. I don't think he would be a sidekick, but I'm not against that. I would love that as well. But otherwise, this is the recent rumor that's come out recently that I want to talk to you guys about. Like I said before, take all this with a grain of salt. This could obviously be not true, but at the same time, it's quite the coincidence that this has been in development for 3 years when there was already rumors of there being an Uncharted game at Naughty Dog 3 years ago, and we don't know what Sean Sky is working on right now, if he's even working on Intergalactic or not, so it just seems like a huge coincidence that this could possibly be happening, which I'm looking forward to. I honestly would be okay waiting for Last Part 3, another 7, 8 plus years, who knows when we'll get Last Part 3, but if we end up getting another Uncharted game before Part 3, I'm totally down for that. I'd love to go back to that world again. Whether it's a sequel or a spin-off game, just, give it to me. I miss that world. It's possible that once Intergalactic is out, we could see a new Uncharted game, and afterwards, a sequel to Intergalactic. As Naughty Dog has stated before, Intergalactic is now a new franchise for Naughty Dog and PlayStation, so there will definitely be more Intergalactic after the first game. So it may be even longer until we see Last Part 3, whenever that'll happen, so Neil Druckmann may be staying true to his words, but he could also just be lying, who knows? Who the heck knows? Don't trust what he says, but you never know, maybe he's telling the truth this time. But alright guys, that is it for this video. Just want to let you guys know about this recent rumor about Naughty Dog working on a second project, which they're always working on multiple projects, so this is just one of them that could be happening, hopefully. I do want me some Uncharted back, so we'll see. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe for more Uncharted, Last of Us, Intergalactic, Naughty Dog videos. Be sure to hit the notification bell as well when I upload a new video. And also be sure to follow socials as well. Links in the description below to go follow those. And until then, I will see you guys next time.